Let the world know what's going on. How was y'all's weekend?
Been all right.
What did you
Not
guys
bad.
do?
I didn't do
Nothing?
much of nothing. Work.
Yeah, same.
Wow. That's very interesting, guys. We're supposed to keep a workout a week. We were supposed to keep that going.
I thought about that
know.
this week, and I almost texted y'all and asked about a workout, and I was like, "Oh, we'll just talk about it Thursday."
The Masters semifinals has a couple of good ones. I think it'd be a good one for I've done it if you guys want to do it this next week. Well, I've done all of them, but with the one I'm talking about, it's just one I think you guys would both be good at. It is a 75 cal row, 21 shoulder to overhead with 135, 75 cal row, 15 shoulder to overhead with 185, 75 cal row, 9 shoulder to overhead with 225.
What's the time cap?
It's 20-minute time cap. I don't think you'll have a problem with the time cap.
What is shoulder to overhead? Just another way
No,
to change
so
his
you
press?
clean it, you got to clean it, but then it's just a jerk.
Okay. Do I have to like drop it again and then clean it?
No. It's bam, bam.
Okay.
If you can push press, that'd be impressive. But it's just jerks. Like so one clean plus 9 jerks.
Yeah.
Or like if you want to, so like if that like the 135, I went 13 and 8. Like you don't have to do all of them in a row, but it's faster if you do.
You just have to get it off the floor to start.
Yeah, so like every time you drop it, you got to clean it again.
Okay.
So like at that 225 bar, if you do like 3 and then you got to clean it again and do 3, and then you got to clean it again, do 3 until 9 is done. But it's good little steady state cardio workout. I rode like 700 for 20 cows. So super solid. That's like a 220, Daniel.
Thanks.
I did the 185 unbroken. It was like, all right, we are chilling. that took a lot out of me.
Is the push pressing easier for you now?
It's like, I mean, when I do workouts like that, it's like a push press jerk hybrid. Like I'm jumping, but I like barely bend my knees.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant, is it easier for you now that you're heavier, those types of movements, or is it harder?
No difference.
Okay.
Like if it was heavier, I would just jerk it, and then it would be the same. It'd be slightly slower, but like not by much. You know what I mean? Like a push press versus a jerk is literally just technique, right? But you're always going to jerk more than you push press. Whoa. Was that you, Brock?
I don't know. What happened?
It was probably you if you couldn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Like it probably wouldn't make a ton of difference for you push press versus jerk. Because yours is probably kind of like similar to each other anyway.
Yeah, both crappy.
But like if it's heavy for me, then I would just jerk it and it wouldn't be anything. You know what I'm saying? It would feel the same. It's just one's quicker than the other. All right. Hey, we're sleeping. We're doing good.
Just the melodious sound of your voice.
Hear background noise out of my mic.
Not anymore. It did have like a spastic attack for like 5 seconds. And now not anymore.
Dude, this mic. I hate it.
Have y'all booked anything with Syndicate?
No, but that's what we need to talk about. I'm excited for the guys' weekend, bro. It's gonna be fun.
What time are you guys getting in town?
It'll be later Friday evening, because I'll have to work Friday and then come.
That's the first week of class for me, and normally we don't have class on Fridays, but since the first week is off with Memorial Day, we might. So I'll have to see. It
Play it
could
by
be.
ear. Okay.
Did we talk about it on live or was it afterwards last time?
I think we talked about it afterwards.
So we are the Syndicate Crown competition semifinal for CrossFit when is it? May 31st through June 1st? Is that right?
It took 30 seconds to name what it was.
my mind went blank. So
I think it's that weekend, Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
John is going to be commentating, and me and Daniel are going to meet up down there, and we're all three going to stay in the same house. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't told the crew yet that, so I'm just gonna kind of be like, all right, I'll be there at whatever time. Just let me know, because I'm staying with them. You know what I mean? For however early we are. You know what I mean?
Do they pay for your flight?
Mm-hmm.
But
are they going to be mad if you say, "Hey, I'm not"?
I don't know. I don't know. They
left. You're just gonna wait and find out.
Yeah. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I say I got a really close friends that like I haven't seen in a long time, and they live here, so I'm gonna go see them. Should be fine.
Don't get canned from your gig, man.
No. As long as I show up on time, like as long as I'm not late, Or I might borrow one of your guys' cars and you guys can ride together in whoever's car. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do that because I'll have to be there like really early where y'all wouldn't be doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll do whatever. I'll have to work out at some point. I'm surely.
So there's a lot of community workouts that you can sign up for. I'm pretty sure they're doing Isabel. Like it's free to do. You just kind of sign up and see like where you're at with all the people there. But that'll be on Friday evening. So like you get there. I don't know what they're doing on Saturday and Sunday, but that'll be on Friday evening. I think I'm doing a snatch clinic. Y'all want to learn how to snatch?
I need some teaching. So
Taylor's doing a group workout. So like there'll be a lot of opportunities.
Oh, that'll be good. We'll do the workout with Taylor too.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have anything to do, so we'll do whatever.
I'm not gonna be able to walk by the end of that weekend, dude.
No. You'll be fine.
Do you remember, John? You remember when we visited y'all in Pikeville?
Mm-hmm.
So that first day, it was the open or something, and it was
Brock. You're spazzing, Brock. Hard. Stop it. Okay, go ahead, Daniel.
It was the open or whatever, and I think it was like a crap ton of deadlifts or something like that.
I think it was deadlifts and handstand push-ups.
Yeah, and I felt fine, and then woke up the next day, and then I think we did something else that was like a little lower back, and then by Saturday afternoon, dude, my back was toast.
Wrecked.
Yeah, it was rough.
It's the you really get used to just working out every day, but like in that fashion, like working out intensely every day, like, but it takes about a month. Truly, like if you're coming from not CrossFit to like where your body's like ready to work out again. I guarantee you, if I like went into like because right now, if I'm hurting, I just don't do anything. I might bike. That's it. Because I'm not trying to be fit right now. I'm trying to be strong. So, but if I like, okay, I'm gonna try to be fit again, and then did like what my old training was. After like probably like 5 days, I'd be rocked. Like it'd take like 3 days off, and then probably 5 more days, and then 2 days off, 5 days, and then a Sunday off, and then we're back on the train. Because rest days used to be like a 40-minute EMOM on machines. Like that was the rest day. But like you feel better after. Like if you just do machines, you'll feel better. I think you feel if you're rocked, like you're just woke up hit by a train, just do like an hour on machines and just rotate. You don't even have to hold numbers you don't want to. And you feel way better after.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Move.
The best thing that I felt like post game soreness wise was that BFR bike thing.
Yeah. I mean, same concept. Just gets blood flowing everywhere.
Yeah.
I think Brock would rock that.
Yes, I do think he would kill that.
What is it?
You just put these blood pressure cuffs on your legs, and then you bike, and you got to hit a certain amount of cows, and you hold 53 RPMs. Is that what it was, Daniel?
It's 5 miles in 15 minutes, whichever comes first.
I would almost wish I lived around you, and like I would build that out. And so like I did 53 and it wasn't very hard. And then I would go 55 next time and then see how, like if you could build your RPM holding of 15 minutes to like 65 with the blood pressure cuffs and then you take them off, dude, you rock 75 for 15 minutes. That's you're impressive. You're impressive.
Yeah,
like,
cooking.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just an easy way to get better at clearing lactate without actually having to go that fast.
Yeah.
Which would be good for like
it lets you recover faster too. So
if you're lung inclined.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 miles in 30 minutes. Miles on a bike.
On an Echo bike
are trippy.
for 10 miles.
Miles on a bike is trippy. Savon does that. He just wakes up, or he when he listens to the podcast, he just rides his assault bike in front of a TV and listens to whatever podcast he.
I don't know how you guys do that. I could never listen to a podcast while working out.
I can only do it on machines. I can't do it on anything else.
Even machines.
That's what I always used to do whenever I was like doing zone 2 or whatever, a longer bike.
Yeah, it just depends. Like we're going really slow. Have you ever done like just 60 minutes easy?
No, that's forever.
Well, that's why you listen to something. That's why you watch something.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, because it's not hard. You're just on there for a long time.
Yeah.
You probably don't work out like that. So like you're dude. If I'm like working. I'm not listening to a podcast either.
Doing thrusters, listening to a podcast.
Yeah. I got Moby Dick playing in my ears and just King Ahab traveled to the Central Ocean. Just as I'm trying to do thrusters. No, that's not. Did you honestly think we do that?
No, but I think your guys' is easy would still be hard enough where I'd be like kind of mad that I'm listening to a podcast.
No, dude, it's really easy. It's under 60 RPMs.
I've never went like for time on an Echo bike. I always just use a C2.
Yeah, no, I haven't either, but he doesn't have a C2. So like that's why I was trying to use things that he would say. But like the equivalent or I'll go 90 RPMs but on a damper 1 on the bike erg. You know what I mean? Where you're pedaling fast, but like it's not doing nothing to you.
Yeah, that'd get monotonous without something to kind of work here.
There you go. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that 30-30-30 Echo bike muscle up.
Dude, I got a dilemma, man.
What is it?
Kale is on my team.
On the Houston Bandits.
Yes.
That's probably not good.
No, dude.
What is it? What is his role?
What do you think? He squats fast. He does the first part. The lightweights at like high reps. And I mean, he's 5 foot. He's faster than everybody. So like, here's the thing, Brock. He's okay. Daniel, we should fill Daniel in because he doesn't know. There's
Please.
a little bit. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of drama going on, Daniel, in the CrossFit
Oh, great.
space. It's not. I'm not involved though, so it's like it's fine.
Dude, Grant has jumped all the way in on this one.
Dude, when he decides to like really like, oh, I'm gonna make fun of this person, he is relentless, man. Like it's so the Mayhem Classic happened this last weekend. And it's the first semifinal. The top 2 people go to the games. Okay. They invited people, but when certain people like declined or withdrew last minute, then they just kind of went off the open, and who like had a high placement in the open. Well, Kale Lehman got 5th place in the open. Okay, 5th
in the world.
In the world. And now I know the workouts weren't really like big time fitness, like testing a good test of fitness, but if you watched the open announcement, I know you didn't, but if like Dallin Pepper, Jason Hopper, James Sprague, all 6'2" kind of tall people murdered themselves. And Kale Lehman, who is 5 foot tall, legitimately, he's actually 5 foot tall. He really is. Said that he got the exact same time as them in a workout that has 100 calories of rowing in it. But it's fine. Anyway, he got an invite to the Mayhem Classic. He was 7th in the world last year, but like nobody knew who he was. Just kind of a guy who's good online. Okay, that happens all the time. And then they come in person, they're not as good. At the Mayhem Classic, every single workout, every single one, he was last place by a lot. And now in these CrossFit competitions, Daniel, they test a different thing every single workout. It's a different test, right? So that doesn't have nobody gets last place in everything because there's something you're good at. You know what I mean? You go to a CrossFit competition, they throw a row out there, you're going to beat the 5 foot guy, no matter how unfit you are. You know what I mean? Because you're freaking a 6'4" tank. That equals good rowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was last place in everything by not just like last, but like by like 3 minutes. Last. I am not exaggerating, and Brock, some have said I'm prone to exaggeration. So you tell me if I'm exaggerating. Okay. I am fairly confident right now in my grid league body would have beaten him in every workout, including the running workout. What do you say, Brock?
Yeah, he didn't even finish the running workout, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't even get to the squats at the end of it.
No, he didn't. So now these two things don't add up, right? You can't be 5th in the open and be that bad at everything. It looked like he had never
I'm gonna beat him at the muscle up workout tomorrow. That's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna prove there's no way.
That's why I'm going with this, because I knew that's where we're going with this, right? Now, do you know who Andrew Hiller is?
I've heard that name before.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the guy that stuck up for you when you were getting blasted, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
To the world's strongest man. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
He put an Instagram post up of Kale on the Echo bike because he took 2 minutes to do 30 cals on the Echo bike. He put an Instagram post up and said, Kale Lehman, I'm going to need to see your open videos, because Andrew Hiller likes to consider himself the Batman of CrossFit, and he is out for vengeance, and he tries to catch people who are cheating, right? And it's a good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It keeps everybody honest, and it makes calls out the liars, right? So, Kale, he's on my grid league team, okay, because he's 5 foot
he's
tall.
On your team.
Yeah, he's 5 foot tall, and he was, fit, and he was going. And honestly, we should start off by saying he's still going to be valuable to the team because he still squats fast, he still does movements fast. Grid league is just 2 minutes of a burst, right? It's just what can go fastest. And 5 foot will always go faster than 6 foot. It just will. Range of motion, right? So it doesn't even matter because he'll still be valuable to the grid team. You know what I mean? He moves stuff faster than I do at certain weights. But Hiller wants him to redo. So I got Kale. Kale asked me for advice. So that makes me think he is legit and something happened. Something happened bad, right? You wouldn't ask for advice if you weren't real, right?
Oh, that was recently.
Yeah, this is recently. I'm kind of giving y'all. I don't even know if I should say this live, but we only have 7 people, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
As long as Grant's not on this.
Yeah, as long as Grant will take it and run. And I said, all you got to do is just do the workout and video it. And then if you're within a minute of your old score, you're good. It's super easy to prove that you did it. You just do it again. And you don't even have to be that fast. You just have to be close to what you got. Anybody can do that. Daniel, if you did 25.3 again, you probably do better. You know what I mean? Than you did the first time. He wanted to do 25.1 instead. 25.1 is way more believable than what 25.3 was because 25.3 was literally what Jason Hopper or James Sprague got. It was the same time.
Yeah, it was within 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was a minute faster than Taylor's workout. Yeah. So he's like, okay. And then he's told Hiller that he needed a couple weeks to do the workout. Now he's in the military. Apparently, right when he got back from Mayhem Classic, he's like an officer training school. He did a ruck at 3 a.m. Right when he got back. So he's like, I'm really messed up. I need to get not messed up, and then I'll do the workout. I'm still it's okay. He has graduation on Thursday. His parents are coming into town. He's just got a lot of stuff going on, right? And then today or yesterday, my grid league captain called me and said Kale is in the hospital with rhabdo. Oh. So it's just
that's true.
There's just layers on layers on layers happening right now. And then as well, Hiller's in it now, right? He's like, no, I'm in, he's investigating. He's going through every single workout that Kale has ever posted. And there's more than one that seems pretty sketchy. There's a workout, Brock, I'll let you do the math. There's a workout. It's a 12-minute AMRAP, 150 wall balls, and 15 ring muscle ups. Okay, that's it. It's 12-minute AMRAP. What do you think would be a good score for that workout?
150 wall balls.
And then 15 ring muscle
straight,
ups.
And then 15 ring muscle ups.
And then it's a 12-minute AMRAP. So you do 150 wall balls again. You know what I mean? You keep going. Obviously, you're not going to go as fast in the second set as you are the first set because you're just not. But
well, I mean, I think 150 wall balls is going to take
5.
Yeah, I was thinking 4.5, 5 minutes.
4.5 would be unbroken because I think it's 30 wall balls to a minute. That's 5 minutes.
Yeah, for 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. for 5 minutes, and
Booking.
that's cooking.
Yeah, that's 30.
And
Drop,
then
pick it up, go.
if you did the ring muscle ups unbroken, which would be very
You wouldn't
difficult
after 150
150
wall balls, though. I don't think you would. I don't think Patrick Vellner might be the only one that does.
So say you do 8-7 if you're, elite, or 10-5, whatever.
Yeah. So that's a minute.
That's a minute at least.
So we're at 6 minutes.
So 300 reps is a good score.
And then
Really
300 reps.
score.
300 reps is 100%. And that's like doing the 150 wall balls again. Finishing the 150 wall balls again would be like an elite score, like games level elite score.
Yeah, that's what 315.
Yeah, Kale, who is 5 foot tall, meaning wall balls are difficult for him because he's 5 foot tall, said he got 322. And his tiebreak time, which is how long you finish the first set of wall balls, was 4:15, which means he would have had to go unbroken on the first set of wall balls of 150 wall
There's no
balls. He would have
way.
had to go yes, Brock. I know.
There's no way.
I know. Daniel doesn't know like the ins and outs of like CrossFit workouts. What's possible? What's not possible? It's not possible, Daniel. Like it's not. The fittest man in the world would not be able to do that. And there's another workout that's like this. And I'm not gonna go through all the workouts, but Hiller's got like stuff on stuff on stuff. Kale is in the hospital with rhabdo. He has to redo 25.3, or it will not go away, Daniel. Like it's not going to go away. He's going to have to do 25.3 again.
Yeah.
All of me wants it to be true. Wants him to be legit. It's really hard to believe it though. And he's on my team, so I'm gonna regardless, either way, I do think he's still valuable to the team. But it's just a little bit of a thing.
This is gonna be really uneducatedly dumb, but can you is rhabdo strictly from working too hard?
Rhabdo happens. No. It's because of GHDs. Like it only happens in a couple movements, and how you get it is if you've never done something and then you're able to do the movement, but your muscles are ripping open. It's an easy enough movement. You can keep going through that. Like you wouldn't be able to do rhabdo with your quads because your legs will give out. But a GHD sit up, you're throwing your momentum going with it too. And GHDs are the number one thing that cause rhabdo, because if you've never done them before and then you do 150 of them, like your muscles can't handle it. It's the number one thing. The second thing is butterfly pull-ups, because your biceps are just cranky.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know that, like you don't feel what's happening to you until after the fact, and then you're peeing Coke colors. You know what I mean? But GHD is the number one thing. Leslie had a very minor case of rhabdo once, because when we first did GHDs, she was like, "This is cool. I'll pick a workout," and it had 150 of them. They were split up, and it looked like I had done terrible things to her.
I remember you telling me about that actually, because then you were like, "Hey, be careful with the GHDs," because I almost did the same thing. I think.
Yeah. Now, but this is amateur. You are not the 5th best in the open and can't handle GHDs.
Right.
I'm nobody, and I can do 150 in a row, and I will be fine. I'll feel it the next day, but I'll be fine. But you know what I mean? Like I could still go do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The reason why I asked is because I didn't know if there was any way where he could possibly have gone through the classic with the beginnings of it or something.
Right. No. Like you got it on the first workout, and then it No. It's from GHDs, which is the 4th workout. So that's not why. But anyway, so what would Jesus do is what I'm asking.
Oh, wow.
As far as like,
Yeah,
are
as
you
far
being
as what?
serious? Like,
How do you handle a situation like this?
With Hiller, with Kale, with who?
Well, I'm friends with. I think you'll let Hiller go. Well, there's nothing he's doing that's wrong, and I'm friends
Yeah.
with Hiller, but I'm acquaintances with Kale, and hopeful friends. But if you lied
well, you
about
definitely don't want to. You definitely don't want to burn a bridge,
right,
you know. Because I mean, I guess you've got to. I mean, this sounds cheesy and simple answer, but I mean, innocent until proven guilty, you know.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Even though
that's where I'm coming from. It's just O.J. Simpson, dude. That's that's how I feel about it. Like, there's so much evidence that would prove otherwise, but he has to redo the workout anyway. It's just a thing in the air, and like, he's gonna do another semifinal. Like, he has to do in-person semifinals, but like anyway.
Oh, there's no way he can
Rock's
do the
convinced.
online semifinal. There's no way. If he
This is
did
a
the
lot
online
harder.
semifinal and he made the games,
He would no. He
dude,
would.
Hiller would burn. Hiller would burn everything down.
Well, do you know what you have to do that though?
What do you mean?
You have to submit a video.
Oh yeah.
Like, at the Open, and here's the thing, Daniel. Nobody I know that's any kind of good doesn't
submit a video.
have videos of their Open. Even if you do it
Yeah.
at an affiliate, where you don't have to do a video if you do it at an affiliate. Even if you do it at an affiliate, they still take a video. Freaking Colton takes 4 angles of his video because he thinks he's going to win the workout.
Yeah. No,
none of them.
I know, because I was snooping on you guys all the time, and everybody had videos most of the time. So.
Yeah, dude. And I'm mostly from like my podcast. Like, if I wasn't in the space, I don't think I would take a video. I don't think I'm good enough for it. But if I thought I could make the 1%, then I would have a video of every workout
Right.
And like, if they tested the Open how it used to be tested, and I was like the fittest I've been, then I would take a video every time because there's a shot, right?
How do you make it through the quarterfinals?
He didn't go to the game. There was no quarterfinals this year.
Oh,
The top 1%, which Brock probably made the top 1%. Did you make it, Brock?
No,
Were you close?
The thruster workout screwed me.
Oh, that's right.
No, I think I was.
That's right. No, I got you. You got to be like sub 9 at least on that workout. You would have been top 1 on the 1 and 3.
only the top 1% make it to the semifinals.
The top 1% of the Open registration makes semifinals, which is 1,200 people, and then they have an in-person an online semifinal, which is much harder workouts. Like, I would be much better at these workouts than I would be in the Open because they're just all harder to do. And then the top 10 in the world from that online semifinal go to the games. In the meantime, there are in-person semifinals happening as well, and then the top 2 of each in-person semifinal go to the games. 30 people total. So there's 10 like in-person ones, and then there's 1 online one. But the online one, you got to be top 10 in the world, have to have videos of all your things. And then, because a lot of people do way better in person than they do online. You could just test a lot more stuff, And, there's some people that, just show up on game day, and like online's not a game day thing.
Yeah, man. Gamers, bro.
Yeah. No. I agree. I think I'm one of them to a very low.
You're 100%. You're 100% a gamer.
Okay.
Get the crowd pumped. Get everybody rolling, and then you're going, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm better on game day too.
But yeah, that's how it works. But no, last year in quarterfinals, he didn't do anything. He was 7th in the Open.
I do think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that he reached out to you. Now I don't know if he only reached out to you, but I mean I think that tells
well,
you
I know.
I think
I think so. He talks. It's though. I think Sophia told him to reach out to me just because I'm friends with Hiller. Like I have that connection, and then that way Hiller would get off his back a little bit. But he's been like sketchy in his responses, and then that it kind of had the reverse effect, which I feel bad about. But all he has to do is just do the workout.
Yeah, it's not hard.
You're it's just such an easy fix. Yeah. And then nobody will make more videos or respect him more or sing his praises than Hiller. And he'll use his name.
He'd have no choice.
Well, no. It's not that he doesn't have a choice. He wants that to happen. And then every single person that's ever like called out, he'll be like Cale Lehman. Shut me up. Make me look like an idiot. That I promise you that's how he would be.
Yeah, I think that's easy, dude. I mean, that's not.
I agree. I think if you're legit, it's just such a not hard thing to prove.
Yeah.
Which
I think it would be good for everybody because everybody would be off of his back, and then everybody would gain more respect for Hiller because Hiller would come more respect for
Cale.
Like both of them.
Oh, I get what
Hiller's going to come out and do the right thing, and he's going to blast it that he was wrong and that Cale proved himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Which makes me feel like it's not
legit. It's
not legit. And I feel really bad about that because I'm with them.
You got to have some serious balls to lie that much. Like it's one thing if you're lying like, oh, I just squeaked into the 1%, but to say you're fifth in the world,
to show up at the Mayhem Classic.
Well, then why come if you knew you were bad?
Yeah.
Here's my thing, Daniel. Like here, and this makes me think maybe he is legit. Like I keep going back and forth. Everything in the world tells me he's not. Everything. Why would you come to the Mayhem Classic if you knew you were not that? How do you not know you're about to look really, really, really bad?
Yeah. Like last every event bad. Like
by a lot. And like Rich Froning, bless Rich Froning's heart. Rich Froning is commentating, and everybody's thinking the same thing, right? There was a moment where like the camera's just on him. Everybody's been done for like 5 minutes, and like we're just waiting on Cale to be done. And then Rich goes, 5th in the Open, huh? That's quite an accomplishment. Like just the most passive.
He said something. Didn't he say something about his hard work pays off T-shirt?
Oh no, I'm not gonna. He might have, but I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he did.
That's a competing company. Like Matt Fraser his company is Hard Work Pays Off, and then Rich's company is Rich is obviously Mayhem. So and he had Cale is Hard Work Pays Off.
That's a good point.
He's associated.
I didn't even think about that.
Whoa, that's.
I did not even think about that.
That's way worse. I didn't.
That's bad.
There was a pregnant girl that was there, Daniel.
That's impressive too. 2 months.
Dude, her on the GHD workout. Leslie was sitting there thinking, I don't know how she's doing this.
And muscle.
Yeah, that's incredible. Too. Wow.
All right, let's talk about Jesus a little bit. What are we talking about, Pastor Helm?
Pastor Helm? Oh, you were just gonna have me like off the dome, huh?
I'm just kidding.
I got a couple things we could pick from, or you could just survey the audience. I think this is going to bleed into, for me, if we don't have, like, if you guys don't have anything you want to talk about exactly, I looking for some advice from some fellow dads. Some of our listeners are dads too, and I think this will bleed into something that I struggle with, not necessarily what I say, but in how I say it. So I have a tendency to probably raise my voice unnecessarily against my eldest when he just is being defiant, and he's been last couple of months he's decided to really start testing boundaries a little more. And so what I'm trying to say by that is, a couple of weeks ago I was at a Bible study and we were going through James, talking about the tongue and how powerful that is. And the pastor made a point that I hadn't really thought about before, of it's not just what you're saying, but how you're saying it. Like, I'm not going to swear. I'm not going to like call anybody names or anything like that. But my tendency to like either be passive aggressive with stuff, or in his case, like, I'm trying to get your attention, like pay attention and shut up type of thing, is just not Christ-like at all. And I rationalize it to myself with, well, he doesn't seem to listen unless I do raise my voice. But that's just, I know that in the back of my head, that's just me not dealing with the tougher but right option of keeping my composure and then doing the hard work of discipline or whatever that is. So I know it's kind of open-ended, but suggestions from you guys on kind of going about that and how to manage our tongues in every facet, I guess.
I'm gonna let you go first, Brock. I'm gonna go start a bottle.
That's hard for me to address, because I'm in the same boat and I struggle with that same thing. And it a lot of times, like, I find it to be worse whenever, and this is probably obvious, this is probably a given, but I find it to be worse when stress levels are higher. Like, stuff spills over from work or whatever, stressed about money or whatever the case may be. You're on edge more. Because I mean, with everybody, life happens. You know what I mean? Like, somebody in your family's sick, or you got an unexpected bill that came up that you don't necessarily have the money for, or work's stress and blah 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 blah. I mean, you can make excuses all you want, but because everybody's got stuff going on. But the hard part is whenever I walk through that front door after work, like, a lot of times I just want to turn it off. And then, like, that's whenever I just want to turn off, not necessarily turn off dad mode, but I just want to come in and turn everything off and just sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But as a father, as a husband, as a Christian, when I walk through that front door after work, like, that's when I'm supposed to be turning it on. You know what I mean? Like, I find myself, and I don't want to change the subject, but that kind of leads me into, like, I find myself way too often, like, putting in so much more effort to show the outside world my attitude and my walk with the Lord, and just by my actions and the way I talk or whatever. But then when I get home, it's like I put that on the back burner. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I'm telling myself that living out Christ out there is more important than living it out here, when in reality, this comes first and then that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I know that didn't answer the question. That kind of bounced around it, but I'm in the same boat.
I think you made a really good point with wanting to turn it off because I find myself like wanting to do that too. Like, hey, home is your sanctuary or whatever, right? And then you're just kind of wanting to like you said, chill mentally, but we probably need to be the most alert mentally for our kids and our family. And how do we keep doing that? Weird question, but practical question. John, I already know where you're at since you're watching Abby the last couple of days. But Brock, how much sleep are you getting every night?
I don't get a whole lot. Probably, I don't know, five or six.
I'll say when Leslie's watching her, I get 7. When she's not, I get 5.
Okay. I'm just soft then, so I need to figure something out.
Well, I mean, I think I've never really ran on a ton of sleep though. I think you slept a lot. Like if I remember correctly, I thought you slept like more than everybody in high school too.
Yeah.
Like a 10 hours a day type of a person. If you're used to that, it's it's more of a cut down for you. It's like cut down of an hour for me.
This is completely unrelated, but well, not completely unrelated, but unrelated to our talk about the tongue and Jesus. I remember in college, there'd be guys that would go out on Thursday night, and we had morning practices. So we'd have practice the next day at 7 a.m. or that's when meetings started. And they'd go out on Thursday night and like till, midnight, 1 a.m., whatever, and come in the next day and look better than I did because I had to stay up till 10:30 to do homework. And I was like, dude, maybe I need to start like beating the crap out of my body a little bit so that I'm like used to it not feeling great all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what me
my
and Brock just beat ourselves to death every day, and then we 5 hours of sleep feels like amazing.
I do think sleeping more would help.
Probably.
For me, at least.
I think sleeping more helps everything.
I agree with that.
Kenneth, I appreciate the reminder on him matching my behaviors. There's a poem my dad had that is in my youngest room that's right there on the dang wall, but it's easy to forget that.
I think it's much easier to I think it's much easier for me than it is you guys. Well, one, we're not at a place yet where I'm like telling her how to do things, but I only have one and you guys have multiple, and I think that makes it much harder.
Sure.
It does. And I think too, I think sometimes I use that as like a
just
sometimes we like
divided.
sit in our but sometimes I like to sit in my little pity party and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be mad because it's okay because I've got to. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm just gonna be mad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be ill.
No, that's so relatable. I get like that sometimes.
Because I mean, seriously, like sometimes when I get mad, like just let me be mad. Like let me get it out, and then my problem is once I start getting it out, I like throw up mad. You know what I'm saying?
I mostly walk away. Like if I'm for instance, I would say about 70% of the time I say sorry for being mad. I'm sorry for being mad. 30% of the time I'm mad enough I'm not going to say sorry. But like for instance, I took care of Abby all day yesterday, and it was my first day, like as far as like completely alone, and I can't like ask Leslie things because she's at work, and kept her on track pretty great. But she was still but I messed up the last part by like 10 minutes. And then it was hard to get her to sleep, to put her down. And Leslie was, upset because she'd come home from work, probably really tired. And was like, you have to get her down at this time. You have to do it at this time. And then I like fought her a little bit on it. I was like, I feel like I tried really hard to do this, like exactly like you wanted it to. I got all this stuff done. There's 6 changed diapers in there. That's a clean baby right there, right? And then she wasn't having like a playful fight, but like I've tried hard to do, be good here, and she wasn't buying it. And then I would like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to sleep. And then I just went to sleep. That's me being mad. But like I just don't want to have any more conversation. I'm mad. I'm walking away. And I can get like, I feel the way you feel, Brock, where like, I just want to be mad now. But it's not good for anybody.
I think that can relate to
I just walk
your
away.
marriage too. Like it's not just with kids; that's with anything, But I think this is a good point. Being a parent is one of the hardest things we get to do. Pray for wisdom. A lot of times I forget that. Like I'll get so aggravated and angry and whatnot, and then when you sit back and think about it, like, dude, I caused this. Like I knew how you make one of these. Like I chose this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they are a gift. I mean, but they gosh almighty, I'm with you. Like Brooks is getting to the point where he's testing the limits for sure.
Yeah. Well, and it makes me like, the more we talk about this, it makes me think how crazy patient our Savior was on this earth. Like, we've gone through a couple of the chapters in John, like over the last couple months, where people are just basically like, who do you think you are? And insulting him, like, and he just responds with trying to share and tell the truth. And I mean, I imagine a firm way, but not in a way that's chastising them to the point where they're like turning him off. But man, I do. The praying for wisdom is something I don't do enough of, for sure. Like in the moment, just pausing and like deep breath, praying for wisdom, renewing my mind. It's all stuff I know needs to happen. It's just, it seems like whenever I get to the test, I'll just keep failing it.
I think for me, like I know we've talked about it before, but I don't pray enough for anything. You know? Like I think like that's one of the most important things as a believer that we should be doing. Where is it that it says you should be? It's not verbatim, but it says you should be constantly in prayer. Pray without ceasing.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear her slurping this or no?
No, you're good.
It's not bad enough.
Okay.
It just sounds like a baby eating, dude.
All right. Well, I mean, I can mute myself.
No, you're good.
You're all right.
She sounds like she's hungry.
Yeah, she's going to get 2 bottles before 10 o'clock. She's about to ingest right now.
2 before 10? Wow. Chugging.
Yeah, we're in the 24th percentile. We gotta get bigger.
Now, let's be honest here. Like, your doctor did look at her mother and, like, wasn't overly surprised.
And then
by
he
that,
looked
right?
at her father and was like, "What's going on here, man?" Are you eating all the food? You eating all the food in the house? You'll let mom and daughter eat? It's all going to you, huh? I was like, goodness, Doc. I know I'm on my grid league body, but come on, man. You know what I've gotten very mad at? I'm sorry, I interrupted you so hard there.
No, go ahead.
But it's a silent thing that I have not brought up, and she's listening. She should be working, but somehow she's listening. is that every time I buy Oreos, she eats all the Oreos, all of them, before I eat one. I like to have like 3 or 4 Oreos when I'm like hungry, but I'm not eating. Like it's just like a snack, right? And I don't eat them the day I buy them, and like it's like 5 days, and then I go to eat Oreo. They're all gone. She eats all of them. And you might say, John, why don't you just buy like her a pack too? I do. I buy her the golden pack of Oreos and the family size, and somehow all of these Oreos are gone. It's ridiculous.
No, dude, that's I would not have told you to buy her a pack. What I would have said is I would have told you to take however many you want and hide them somewhere so that she can just do what she's gonna do.
Just get a plastic baggie and put it in a shoebox somewhere. That makes me feel like 600-pound life, and I'm stealing snacks.
I can't watch that show. Gets me fired up.
Yeah, don't get Brock started on fat people again, man.
I can't watch that show. I get PTSD.
It makes me so mad. Like, do these people just walk around or sit around like it's not their own
Dude,
fault?
they're not walking.
No, they ain't
Come on
walking
now.
nowhere. There's one video. It's like I guess it's not a meme, but I mean it's a legit video. I think it's from that show, but it's this woman and she's God, this is bad. She's walking up the steps and like she's got 2 people on her side or whatever, and they're helping her up, and like she can't get up the steps, and then she starts blaming her sandal, and it's like, honey, it's not your shoe, it's you.
Brock,
Like,
what if her sandal was causing her to lose her footing?
dude, she was 700 pounds. It was not her sandal.
I'm just saying, what if it was though? What if Kale
It
did the
wasn't.
workouts?
That's fine. She's not innocent. She's 700 pounds.
Yeah,
Hell
I was
might
gonna
be
say that's
innocent.
not a good metaphor. That's
I think
that's
it's
like you saying
I think
you
it's
took
I think it's a perfect metaphor.
No, because that's like you saying, okay, he sent in the video, but he did all the female weights and reps.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
okay, then let's-
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Carlos is my spirit animal right now. Can we click on that comment?
you know what? I hope. I just like what does he? Okay, I'll try to give him benefit of the doubt here. Has he gotten any endorsement deals, any money of any sort for his performance in the Open? Because then I could
No.
see him lying.
If
No.
he did, he lost it.
No, he didn't win anything. You have to have a video to win anything. Only the winner gets winner of a workout.
How old is he?
23.
Is
He's
he
a-
married?
He's a bass fisherman from Missouri. He's not married. He's in the officer school in the military.
I'm just trying to figure out the motivation, man. Why?
Dude, it's a freaking convoluted thing. It feels like a murder documentary, but there's all these weird things that you can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah, John said this earlier. That kind of, I mean, I don't know. That's tough. You would think. I mean, if you're not. He knew he wasn't going to perform well. Had to have known.
I think you would. Yeah. I want him to redo the workout, and I hope that he's good. I think it'll be really, really. It'll be a blessing, like in disguise. It won't feel like a blessing now, but it'll be a blessing later on.
Well, yeah, discipline is painful for the time, but looking back, it's always good. She's She's down in that thing.
Is she getting louder?
Yeah, she is.
All right, we're getting to the end of it. She got to start like slurping pretty hard once we get like kind of like to
How
the
many
middle.
ounces is she drinking now?
She drinks 10 ounces a bottle and has about 6 bottles a day.
She drinks
10
10
ounce
ounces a bottle.
Mm-hmm. You almost done.
Goodness
Holy cannoli,
gracious.
dude!
It's 24th percentile, man. We gotta bump it up.
Is she not throwing it up everywhere?
No, she's holding it in.
She's lying.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Like, I'm sitting here thinking, dude.
she drinks 4 ounces.
I was gonna say you might want to get her checked for some metabolism thing
No,
of some sort.
No,
That's absurd.
it's a five bottles, 4 ounces each.
Okay, all right. You had me worried.
I thought about saying this, but I'm working on not lying to Leslie. I like to do these little quick lies, and then I say I'm just kidding, because to me it feels like a joke, but she takes it like I'm lying to her. So I'm trying to get better at not doing that. I thought about doing, well, Leslie feeds her 4, but I've been feeding her 10 because I want her to grow. Just to see how much she freaks out about that. Got a couple. I've been doubling up the milk packets back there.
Well, in terms of the tongue, I just wanted to like kind of address one more. Just read a couple of those verses from James that I thought were particularly reminding. That's not the right word, but particularly like thought provoking for me.
What conclusion did you guys come to for your first question?
Conclusion? We all need Jesus.
So when you're mad at your oldest, you just need Jesus.
Well, I think it's like, and Brock, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this kind of I'm going to try to combine what he said with the chats and whatnot, but it's an ongoing process of reminding ourselves, like, one, he's paying attention to us, right? So that's the practical sense. 2, like, how are we taking care of ourselves, whether that's stress, sleep, whatnot. But then 3, like, most importantly, is prayer and constant reliance on Christ, like daily praying without ceasing, going to him. Like, I notice I'm a lot more patient when I'm like in the word. I go to my Bible study on Friday. I go to church on Sunday. I'm feeling pretty good Sunday afternoon, right? Like, hey, I can handle some stuff. Like, we're rolling here. But then by the time Wednesday rolls around, if I haven't really been in stuff or anything like that, I'm short. My fuse is been spending a lot of time on school or something. Like, so I mean, I noticed that difference, and yet I still choose the easy path. So.
And that's when you said it must be annoying to God because you just keep failing.
Well, for me, it was more thinking about how patient Jesus was with like the likes of the Pharisees and stuff, dude.
He wasn't, dude.
No, he was, dude. He told him off. Like, he told him off, but like he didn't. It wasn't a sense of like telling them off to the point of like, you can't come back to me or you can't come to me.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference.
Okay. I just feel like he was mad.
Not that I'm telling my son off like he can't come
I
back
mean,
to me.
are you flipping tables and calling yourself patient?
No.
You just said he was patient. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying, but I just like read
No, he could have been much worse for sure if he wanted to be.
John 9 and 10 in particular, and 8 through 10 in particular, dude, because Johnny's been focusing on that. Read through like what they're saying to him and then his responses. It's flabbergasting.
Okay, go ahead and talk. I'm gonna burp real quick.
Okay. Anyways, James 3 verses 3 through, I mean, you can read this. you can read this all the way down, but I'm just gonna focus on 3 through 5. Now, if we put the bits into the horses' mouths so that they will obey us, we direct their entire body as well. Look at the ships also, though they are so great and are driven by strong winds, are still directed by a very small rudder, wherever the inclination of the pilot desires. So also the tongue is a small part of the body, and yet it boasts of great things. See how great a forest is set aflame by such a small fire.
Yeah, see, which y'all know this. I'm big on the tongue. Like I think that's the easiest way to lose your witness as a Christian, in my opinion. I mean, if you jump down to verse, okay, I'll start at 7 and I'll read through 12. It says, people can tame all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and fish, but no one can tame the tongue. It is restless and evil, full of deadly poison. This is where it gets really good. Sometimes it praises our Lord and Father, and sometimes it curses those who have been made in the image of God. And so blessing and cursing come pouring out of the same mouth. Surely, my brothers and sisters, this is not right. Does a spring of water bubble out with both fresh water and bitter water? Does a fig tree produce olives or a grapevine produce figs? No, and you can't draw fresh water from a salty spring. I mean, you can't have blessings and curses coming out of the same mouth. And no, I don't think it's just talking about curse words, but you get the gist of it. You've got somebody singing praises one minute, and then the next minute they're using that same mouth. It's like the old saying, do you kiss your mama with that mouth? You know,
Yeah.
like when you were younger and you would say something bad or whatever. Like it's the same thing. Like I said, in my opinion, that's the easiest way to lose your witness.
Yeah.
Because you can tell a lot. You can tell a lot by a person, and you can tell a lot about a person's walk with the Lord by the way they talk. And again, that's not just cussing. That's the way they talk to their friends, the way they talk to their wife, the way they talk to their mother, the way they talk to an older person, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's good. I think that's in Ephesians, isn't it? From the mouth the heart speaks, I believe is what it says.
It sounds familiar. I'll see if I can find that reference.
I agree with you, Brock, about the tongue. I think it's the fastest way to lose somebody too.
Especially, golly, I've said it a million times. It doesn't change the sin. Don't take it that way. I'm not saying that it changes the sin, because a sin is a sin. But if you've got a following, if you've got a large platform, goodness gracious, make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. Like, you can't. It's not a good look whenever you've got this mass following and people know you as a Christian, and then you got a filthy mouth. Like it burns me up. Not to say it's any worse them doing it. I'm not saying that, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I feel this sentiment when like you are talking with somebody and they say they're Christian and like you're excited to talk with them. You're like, oh, we worship the same God. Like it's awesome, and then you start talking to them and then they start cussing left and right. And it's just a little bit like, like you're like, it's not like, I guess you're judging in the moment, but it feels like we're not on the, we're not on the same page.
Well, I think really and truly I think we've talked about it before, but I think a lot of that it wouldn't stop because it comes from a person's heart. But I think as Christians, if we're talking to somebody and they profess to be a believer in Christ and they start cussing, we should say something to them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I mean, I'm sitting here like, yeah, it sounds good me saying that, but I should, but I don't, you know. And I think that goes back to because we're worried about, or I'm worried about, oh, well, they're gonna think that I think I'm better than them because I don't cuss, you know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think.
I think that's a whole topic in itself, just addressing how we should address Christian brethren and sins and whatnot.
Daniel never said anything to me, Brock. And I just stopped. I just cut it off.
I think everybody knows that I said probably too much to you.
You never like called me out on anything ever. Like I'm not like that, stuff like that.
Yeah, probably because I didn't.
I think when I made the switch, I switched hard though. Like I really was able just to like stop it that quickly. As far as
I couldn't.
Go ahead.
Yes, I do think it depends on that, Rebecca.
Yeah, I agree.
To some extent, for sure. I think, John, going to Rebecca's point, I didn't know where you were. Like, is this guy saved? Is he not? I'm not the one to judge this. I'm just gonna
I'm walking, man.
now I'd call you out big time.
Honestly, I think it would throw you for a loop. I think you'd be like, "Where did that come from?"
What are you doing? Who are you hanging around, dude? That reference is 6:45, Brock. Luke 6:45. The good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth what is good, and the evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth what is evil, for his mouth speaks from that which fills his heart.
Good.
Hey, no problem, Leslie. I appreciate his too.
And I mean that's a good point too. You know, Leslie brings up accountability. Well, if you don't have somebody
she didn't want to say anything. I was trying to ask her if she wanted to say anything, and she got all shy when she got on camera. Go ahead, baby. Come on, Happy Grace. Say what you said the other day about Brock.
Dude, does she have some red hair?
No, she doesn't have any red hair. It's the light's reflection.
All right.
If she does, then she's not mine because there's no red hair over here, man.
Hey, it's possible. Well, our neighbors have a little baby girl that has some red hair, and neither of them are red.
Neither of them?
No.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. Say what you need to say right now to get out of whatever this is.
Yeah, I agree with Rebecca. You can't call somebody out on something and not be willing to like help them, or you can't call them out on something if you're not living it out yourself.
Yeah.
Like how am I gonna call somebody out about cussing if I'm over here talking to this guy cussing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or drinking or whatever the case may be.
Or if you don't have the relationship with the person. I mean, Christ gives us an example of what to do in the church, but if it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna like, hey, I just met this guy that claims to be a believer yesterday. Probably not ripping him the next day if he's doing something, but someone I've known for 2-3 years that I've walked with, like, it's a little different.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this. So what if it's somebody that, like, they claim to be a Christian, and you don't really have the opportunity to build that relationship with them. And what if they don't have anybody in their life with that relationship that's going to call them on their crap? Do you still just let the Lord handle that? I guess you got to follow the Spirit's lead. So I mean, if you feel led to say, "Hey, dude, like, you need to chill with whatever, fill in the blank with whatever sin," do you think you have to have that relationship built?
I think you can. I think there needs to be something. I don't know. It doesn't need to be anything crazy serious, but I think it's then how you frame it to that person. Like, like, hey, as a brother in Christ, I want to encourage you. Like, good trees bear good fruit. I think X, Y, Z. That type of thing.
Yeah, I want to answer that Carlos's thing before he goes.
That's good. Please.
Carlos, we're not saying just calling people out for swearing, but if you identify as a Christian and you are cussing nonstop, like, there's no greater, like what Brock is saying is, like, he doesn't think there's any greater way than to lose people and say, like, you're not serious, or you're just somebody who's claiming that, but you're not really. It's not about doing good things. Like, it's not about being impressed. Like, it doesn't, it's good to feed the hungry and serve people. And I think you should love everybody, no matter what circumstance they're in, or no matter how much of a dick people are. You should love everybody. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a fellow Christian. Like, you should be able to call that person out. And because they're going against, they're letting their tongue control them. And the Bible says there's no greater evil in your body than the tongue.
I get his point, though. Like, it's.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We want to make sure that we're not. Just to reiterate what John's saying, that we're not like. This isn't a legalistic, like, hey, if you're a Christian, you need to look this particular way. Like, good trees bear good fruit, but everybody has their own individual sin proclivities, right? So, we're not ones. We can't judge the heart. That's God's job, but we can encourage others. I think instead of more of a calling out, most of the time it's an encouragement. Like, hey, man, right, this is what we're called to. Let's keep going. Let's strive. Let's persevere. Whereas, like, if you have a really close relationship with someone, like, I know John. I know, like, his tendencies. I kind of know what he, like, how he thinks, how he operates. So, like, for John, I know he might need a good old fashioned, like, dude, let me rip you a new one here type of thing. Versus Brock, I would probably guess you would probably not be that way, just based on our interactions on this. I could be wrong, but I would probably guess you would be more of like, hey, hey, man, let's keep striving here. Let's keep working here. Like, more of an encouragement thing, because I think that's just kind of your personality tendency. Both things are accomplishing similar idea.
And I would akin it to bring it back like in a CrossFit sense. Like, if Brock's like, I want to be the fittest I can be, and I'm like, then you need to get stronger. Like, I'm not calling him out for being weak. I'm saying this is where you're lacking. This is where you can get better. Same concept.
That's good.
This is where you're lacking in your walk with Christ. This is how you can get better. I think it's the same deal. And so, as far as encouraging and not calling out, then you're not serious.
Hurt about it, then that's on me.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, get convicted, not offended.
Put it on a shirt. Let's go. Convicted,
that's the
not
thing. Like
afflicted.
when you sign up to follow Christ, like you're opening yourself up for critics.
My affliction is my conviction. There you go.
And that's what makes like grace even more crazy and God's love, right? Because I'm reminded of the DC Talk song, like, what if I stumble? What if I fall? We are going to stumble. We are going to fall. And yet through that, he loves us still. Like Seth Schleter has a song of that. It's, if you guys don't know who that is, by the way, it might not be your cup of tea, but he's got like 6 songs out, and almost every single one I really like. So that's an aside.
What's his name?
It's a weird name, Seth. So Seph Schleter.
All right. Yeah.
Huelter, I think.
PH? Oh
No,
yeah, I see him. What the heck?
SCH. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he sings "Counting My Blessings."
Yes.
That's a
But
banger.
that's like-
that one's really
that's-
good.
Oh, dude, then listen to he's got 3 that I really like right now besides that. Love Me Still, Never Known, and it's one of his more recent ones. Shoot.
Turn It to Praise.
No, the other one on that list.
Running Back to You.
No. Dang it.
Man, you really like
Words
it,
Will
Daniel.
Sing Forever.
I'm a huge fan, dude. And he only has like 6 songs. I'm a huge fan. I'm fanboying over him for sure.
I'm not bringing up any music. Last time I said, hey, what do y'all think about this song? Brock goes, hey, I'm not going to lie. This might be the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I would rather listen to Joe Biden do a filibuster speech or no, what's it called? What's it called when you stand up and talk forever? What's that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Filibuster. Yeah.
Is it filibuster? I would do a filibuster speech, then
Yeah.
listen to that song. That's what Brock said. And I'm like, that's cool, man. You could have just said, like, yeah, it's all right.
Well, see, I've been burned before too, because like somebody has sent me like a song and they thought it was really, really good. And I was like, yeah, dude, I like that. That's good. Well, then they kept sending me stuff. And then when I would see them in person, like they would say, hey, bro, did you listen to that song? Like,
I didn't
so
listen
now
to
I try
it.
to like it. If I don't like it, that's just not I'm just not a fan. Great lyrics, just not a fan of the song.
Yeah, you know, it's cool.
John, I
But
can't.
I mean,
put my thumb-
y'all would hate a lot of the music I listen to too, so it's okay.
I can't put my thumb on your like preference for music. It's kind of I don't know what it is, because like I remember showing you one song and you were like, nah, I hate that. I was like, okay, what is it? I can't figure it out. It's so odd, but
I like
I mean,
a lot
it's
of
cool.
different things. I think I just go through like phases of what I like and don't like, you know what I mean, of what's hitting me in the moment. Because I truly just like a lot of different type of music. The only thing I don't listen to at all, which is kind of hilarious, is like, you'll think this is hilarious, is rap music. I don't listen to rap music at all. Like, and I can't take it. I don't like it at all. Like I have like a disdain for it. Don't get me wrong. You throw on 2000s 50 Cent or like Kanye West before he went all Nazi. Like, I mean, I still know all of the lyrics to those songs, right? But it's because, like, you know, that's what I grew up liking. So that sticks with you, right?
Dude,
And the
50 Cent and Kanye West, that's big difference.
No, it's the same
That's
time.
a
Same
wide
time
range.
though. It was the same time.
Same time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Hot
50
take here.
fan. I used to love.
I think rap started getting bad during President Obama's term.
You're not wrong.
That's so funny. That's somewhere that's got to be the most racist thing you've ever said. But like, I don't know how, but it has. It's oh man. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of rap music. I don't listen to rap music, but pretty much any other genre, like I'll go through phases where that's all I'm listening to for like a month. Right now, I'm in a 21 Pilots phase.
Hey, I don't hate their stuff. That one you sent was tough, but I don't hate their stuff.
That's so funny.
I don't hate them. I just hate the way they sound. That's like what John said about the weightlifting women. I don't hate 21 Pilots. I just hate the way they sound.
That's amazing. I can't believe I say some of this stuff. It's so. Oh,
Kenneth, what Vadi book did you pick up? Like, because I've read one of his, and dude brings the fire.
I think I've got one of his books, and I hadn't started it yet, actually.
I like his stuff.
I'm really bad about like seeing a book online or seeing a book on Fault Lines. Yep, I have that book, and I hadn't started it yet.
Great book.
I'm bad about seeing something, and I'm like, man, that's gonna be good, and then I'll buy it. Like I've got freaking, because I know I hate reading, but I try to get better, or I go in these little waves of months where I'll read, and then I won't read again for 6 months, and then I'll see a book that I like, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that, and then I'll buy it, and it'll sit back here, and I won't touch it.
I love books, dude. Although it takes me forever to read through one. So
yeah, me too.
I'm right there.
Have y'all ever? Go ahead.
I was just going to comment that great book, Kenneth. Just get ready to start delving into conspiracy theories in the church then too.
Oh,
so.
Kenneth's all about that, man. He lives.
Oh, you'll like it then. You won't be able to trust any church you go to now.
There's a dang, I meant to send it to y'all, and I don't think I did. There's a documentary coming out. It is called The Religious Business docuseries. The 7-part series coming Easter 2025. And like one of the first people it shows is Kenneth Copeland. Like it's about like the money, like all the money scams on all these big time, I don't want to say churches, religious, whatever.
You're such a hater, Leslie. Go work. Either go work or come take care of this baby. Quit hating. Good grief. Goodness gracious.
It comes out Easter, Brock?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a YouTube documentary.
Dang, she's still pumping? That sucks. Sorry, Leslie.
Dude, she's got this like Inspector Gadget rig up. It's crazy. And she's got this weird bra that holds 2 things right here. Hands free. Like she's just working, and it's just doing work, and it's a machine. She's hooked up to a machine. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Does she have the cordless ones?
No, yeah, she could just walk around. These things just are here, just pumping it away. It's wild.
Whoa, John.
Have you guys ever seen Jesse Lee Peterson? Okay, I have no idea. I probably should go like really hard research about him. I don't know if he's just trolling or if he's legit, like as far as like his like Christianity, but he's so funny. So he is an very old black pastor, reverend, and he invites either like Black Lives Matter protest people, like the head of Black Lives Matter protest people, or women preachers, or like gay rights activists, just people like this on his show. And or he invited, so one was not a Black Lives Matter, but it was he was a gay pastor and ran a gay church, and like, but like basically like it's okay to be gay. This is where this is like what this is church, and he invited him on his show, and then in the very first question, Jesse Lee Peterson goes, like he goes, "How you doing? You having a good time?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm a pleasure to be here." He's like, "Okay, why are you a beta?" And then he's like, "I'm not a beta." He's like, "You're a beta, like you're a beta male. You don't know what it means to be alpha." And it's just he's got such like a dry tone with his voice, and it is so funny. But like a lot of people end up storming off his set because he's is a black preacher, and you do not think what's about to happen is going to happen. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'll send you guys clips, and or like a lot of times he's like, why do you blame or when Trump was running, he's like, who are you voting for? Are you voting for Kamala or the Great White Hope? And like just stuff that's gonna trigger people so hard, and it does. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. I need to send you guys clips, but I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff like that. But they get into religion too. And I mean, and like he goes, that's not what Jesus said. Jesus said this, this, and this. And then he's like, you're going to twist it to make it like whatever. But it doesn't really ever get super deep because the people that he's arguing with aren't super deep. You know what I'm saying? So, but they want to use it against him in a way. I will send you clips, but it's so funny. If you ever go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, yeah, that's it.
That sounds entertaining.
It's very entertaining. Vadi made me think about him because obvious reasons. But I'll find.
I've been
clips for you
listening
guys.
to that. I don't know if y'all listened to him. I've been listening to that Philip Anthony Mitchell guy from Atlanta. The 2819 Church 2819, I think is the name of his church. He's really good.
Better sign up now.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I need to go give. I get paid tomorrow, so I want one of them crosses.
Oh boy. Oh, before we head out, can we like put a vote to like this name? We gotta figure out the name for this segment that we're gonna have sporadically.
Oh, the false prophet thing, or the
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think on that. I'm not good off the cuff or something like that.
Brock, what was the name of that preacher you mentioned right before?
Kenneth Copeland.
No, that one, not the false prophet one, the one that you like.
The one that you just said it.
I probably wouldn't listen to Kenneth Copeland. Philip Anthony Mitchell. I can send you one of his sermons.
Yeah, you send me one if you don't mind,
Dude,
and Johnson
that
send me the other dude.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yeah, thank you. I can't have it, dude.
I don't know. Like his preaching's really, really good. Like he's real straightforward, real blunt. Dude, I just can't. It's hard for me to like all the people while he's preaching, like all the people yelling and screaming, and I have a hard time with all that. I'm just not used to it, I guess. Like we get some amens and stuff at church, but like it.
Amen.
Sometimes it bothers me, like when. I mean, they'll be yelling, like he'll say, all right, today we're going to be in James, and they'll, hallelujah.
Praise the Lord, James. That's my favorite book of the Bible.
Dude, you ain't even.
Hallelujah,
like,
James.
Dude, sometimes he'll be going, and
I woke up, Abby. I did not think that.
Some woman or somebody will say, teach it or preach it to us, and he'll say, I'm trying.
I'm trying.
Dude, he goes hard though. He goes hard in the paint. good.
I'm trying. You can just shut it down for a minute.
Black culture church. I've been to a black church before, and it was crunk. It was wild.
How about you never use that adjective ever again?
What crunk?
That's old.
See, I had
man. You're hating yourself.
to use crunk because it was in that era. Whenever I went to the black church, that's another thing. I don't think there should be black churches.
No,
Like, that's a
there shouldn't
problem.
be. There shouldn't be white churches. There should be.
I don't think.
Churches.
Okay.
That
I don't think
sounded bad,
they are
but-
doing it. They're doing that intentionally, though. I don't
No,
think they're like
I
this is
agree.
a black
I
church. I think people just kind of segregate themselves.
Yeah.
I agree with some of that, yes, and then some of it is by purpose on purpose by choice.
Well, I mean, they're
not saying
Oh,
the
that's
black
good. That's
congregation,
good.
saying both sides.
That's pretty good.
the heretical hit list.
That's pretty good too. Yeah,
I
I like
like
that.
it.
That's not.
I like it.
That's
I
not
like
bad.
it. I like it, and we can keep track of names.
I mean, I'm not making a hit list, but yeah, sure.
No, well, I'm saying like if we like Kenneth Copeland, like it's the 5th time he's been on the list, like hit list, right? And we can like keep track of who's.
Oh,
on
John,
the
you can
list.
make your own mountain of all these.
the heretical hump.
That's crazy. That's good.
Or Hill's probably.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
go different ways. I don't know why Hill wasn't my first thought. Oh man,
We need to book a house.
Yeah.
I thought you booked it. I thought we had this like mansion.
No, I didn't, but I can. Yeah, we're getting a penthouse. We're living large for the weekend.
If we hold up now. Okay.
I can't afford that.
I'll stay in a Motel 6 before I live large.
John,
Same.
what are your hours like? Are you like 5 to 9 type of thing?
He'll be booked all weekend.
You talking about when I'm there?
Yeah, like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. just commentating, going.
Oh
going hard?
no! It's not that long. I will.
Like, will we be able to get dinner at some point or anything?
Yeah. No, it'll probably be like 9 till 5 or 6,
Okay. Cool.
and I will have some time in between where I like go get lunch real quick. It'll be like 30 minutes. Like I'll just go get somewhere, some fast food somewhere. But yeah.
Maybe we can get hooked up with some backstage passes.
Whoa, now
I'm gonna have to talk to. I need to ask JR if he has like before I order tickets. I just want to ask him to see if he has like a discount code or like some kind of.
Yeah, if I think if you just buy regular tickets, I can get you in wherever you need to go. I'll just be like, hey, come on.
Hey, we're with
We're
with John Young.
Who this is? Do you know who this is?
we're with this guy.
I'm just like, listen. This is not the games. I know the people that are running it, that run the whole competition. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not just be like, hey, they can go here? He doesn't know Wilson.
Yeah, I know one guy. John knows them all.
He knows the guy that's doing the programming. But I'm saying that's not. I don't think that'd be hard. If you guys already have a ticket.
Dude.
Okay, I couldn't get you in places in the game.
Chill
So
out.
if we went to the games, you'd be stuck in your seat because I couldn't take you anywhere. So take that.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride. I'm here to just, absorb all of CrossFit culture and see, where the psychos are and where the normal people are.
Solid. Y'all are gonna miss a thing on Friday morning. There's something that's really fun on Friday morning. I cannot tell you what it is, but you should watch it because it's fun. It'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
That's it. All right, we'll end the podcast on that.